Hey, 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 what's up, what's up? Welcome to another edition of Mr. Parker Neighborhood. I'm Mr. Parker. Like I told you before, have my sucker like Kojak, toothpick like Chuck, hat, good to go. So first things, like I said before, the way I got into baseball was because I stayed in these apartments called Charville. And like I said, the athletes over there, Charlie, Mike Jones, Torrey Hayes, Orlando, Warren Newton, Mike Newton, Luther and Patrick, Marlon. We played ball over there. We played against different people. And Buddy, Carlos. And playing that, we had to find bases. And where the trees and the bases were, apartment buildings. Cause it was an apartment complex. Cause we didn't have no ball fields. And I was having to hit balls, and they would go into windows, third floor apartments, way over there. Not foul tips, but bombs. So my mom got tired of paying for broken windows, and I got tired of not being able to play baseball because I was scared I was gonna break a window. So she got me on a team, and my first team was the Tigers. Here they go. Look at them cats right there. We were 8 and 7 years old in that picture. Right there. And the fella in the all black is our coach, Wendell Goins. Rest in peace. He passed a couple of years ago. My coach. First coach in organized baseball, Wendell Goins. And the other man in the suit is Mr. Maurice. His son was on a team named Champ. You see him down there. Clifton Goins is on his squad. Tito was on his squad. Frank Robinson is on his squad. Manuel Moore. Follow that name through this whole story. Stuart Harris. That name goes through this whole story. Maurice, rest in peace, he passed a while back with the afro. We call him Pretty Reese. Cause he had all that hair, and then his sisters were nice looking too. Like I said, this squad here, just some of the people I named out. Brandon ended up going in they prospective high schools, and like I said, in the league as far as the softball tournament, softball hookup, the way things run. Shoot, Tito was one of them cats in the softball run. Like I said, I got some people who I played with, and I say Charlie Haynes, Keymore, softball. They on the circuit. Eric Woods. I played with and know a whole lot of people who make St. Louis circuit the way it is. And again, I got a little skill. It comes on later on. But like I said, we all played together as a baseball squad. The Tigers. We played together 1 year. We sucked. But we learned how to play the fundamentals of ball. Wendell taught us the fundamentals of playing the game. But as a team, we learned two things. You can't put 8 and 7 year olds together who ain't never played the game together and expect to win. Because when you face a team like the Raw Knights who were coached and have been together for at least a year, you lose. We lost bad. Yep, but we had fun though. I said later on down the line, Champ and Tito and Cliff, hung out, chill out, see each other, know what's up. But family, that's where my baseball family started, with the Tigers. And then, like I said, we saw Mr. Matthews on the Raw Knights, and these cats came in with blue matching pants and bottoms with an RC and white and blue hats. Yeah, I remember all that. They were sweet. And we had the uniform you see there. Yeah. But anyway, like all things go, I moved to the next. Alright, so we met the Tigers. Now we go to the Bulls. The Bulls came about because Mr. Matthews left the Raw Knights, came to Matthew Dickey, and he just wanted to continue doing something to give his son Arthur Matthews II, or we learned along call him Piggy, to keep him doing something. And he saw some players, and he knew some of my coaches that were not coming back, and he picked up some of the players from those teams. And me, Manuel, happened to be two of the ones he picked up. On this one right here, like I said, this team here, we had Vertis, Tim Hargrove, Eric, Bull, Manuel, Chris McGrew, Craig Butler, Kevin Butler, me and Art II. Now, Vertis, Tim, and Eric all stayed in the by Northwest High School. That's where we started practicing at. Northwest High School was our regular spot. And at that point in time, man, it was just good to get together and play. And we were relearning the fundamentals for some of us. Pig knew it all already. Pig was the catcher, pitcher, shortstop. Mr. Matthews making him well-rounded to where he could play wherever he wanted to play. And he did that. Like I said, I was on third. Chris McGrew was at short. Manuel was in the outfield. Cortez Miller is on his team. Cortez was in the outfield. And again, like I said, man, you never know what happens in life because me and Cortez have a history, and it's crazy. It took me going back through this to realize that he was on that team. Now, Cortez Miller, Polo they call him now, softball now, Polo, he wanted the guns. And that's my brother, through Shalom Church, through high school. I mean, it's me and Tez got a story. I'm about to get him on here, baby, talk about that. But me and Tez meet for the first time through this baseball piece. And like I said, he was kind of quiet. He was learning the game. And this is the only time he played with us. Man, it was just a great thing. This team here, I think we came in like second behind the Steelers. And that'll be the team we talk about through this whole thing. That was our rivalry. It was the Bulls and the Steelers. The Bulls and the Steelers. Wasn't nobody else. It was the Bulls and the Steelers. Oh, man. But yeah, so this began the Bulls' transformation, becoming together. So here is the Bulls phase 2. All right, so phase 2. And we lost a few, but we added on some more. Phase 2 is when we get Bill Dawes. Pretty Billy, we call him. Bill, hey man, you know I love you, boy. Bill would go on to off the high school, play ball. Me and Bill will hook back up again at Central Missouri State. Is it still Bill Dawes or Dr. Dawes now? Give me a holler and let me know, man. Then we have Mike, Tim Hargrove, Eric, Sam P. Hey, man, I'll get to holler at you. I ain't playing. We're going to holler. Video-wise, I'm going to catch up with you. Then we got Tim Elliott. Now, Tim Elliott and Sam P came as a package. Sam was a catcher, which we love because that free pig got to play another position and not catching. Because he never liked catching for real. He did it, but I'm going to tell it all, man. You never liked it. You know it. We talk about that. Mr. Matthews was on my Piggy, get the catching. He would hate it. Oh, but he was good at it. Sam P came. Sam upped the game a little bit. Sam and Tim were partners. And so Tim came. Now, Tim ain't the biggest cat, but Tim talked the most stuff. He do it to this day. We love you, boy. You know I'm telling the truth. That was my cat though, but hey, that was my picture. Tim would talk some stuff, but he back it up with that ball. He could move that ball. Tim was doing tricks and playing with stuff, man. We used to get in trouble as we got older playing ball. Cause the day that he would play ball or have to pitch would be the day he decided to play court. And as we got older, I'll let him come on and tell the story. But that was his fall. And his thing to make Mr. Matthews mad was before a game, he said, relax. Come on, we got to a certain age where we were winning. Shit didn't matter. And he knew he was gonna pitch. We played court first. And time for the game, If he start getting tired, all you hear from, yeah, you should have been playing that court. But those of you who know what court is, you know what I'm talking about. Those of you who play ball know what I'm talking about. But Tim Elliott, Vertus Davis, I said Big Terrell, Kevin Butler, Craig Butler, Manuel, and this time we added Coach Ken. Ken was cousins with Daryl and Mr. Matthews. They all family. And again, that's what it was. Ken came in and he was a good coach, and he helped us with hitting. Daryl was our base stealing and our speedster coach. He taught us how to steal bases and all that. And again, as you see on this picture, I'm bigger than these cats, and sometimes they didn't expect me to do what I did, but I was stealing bases and hitting balls like a champ. But it had a little speed, but they talk about the way I ran like a duck. I ran with my hands side to side. I still do it to this day. But so this squad, like I said, we came in second place again to the Steelers. And as you see, we trying to get our style together. We had the gold socks, and that was something that Tim and Sam brought to the thing, to where, and Bill as well, they would see something like, man, that'd be sweet. They got these socks to sell, yada yada yada. So we got the gold socks to go with our gold uniforms, and you know, we tried to move up, but say we finished in second again. And this point in time, that's when another transition kicked in for the next team. And you'll see, like I said, we lost some, but we kept some, and some came back. So here's phase 3 of the Bulls. So now we're about to build the true nucleus of the Bulls. Not only in personnel, but foundation on our colors. From this point forward, red, black, and gray were the main colors of the Bull uniform. And the Bulls uniform changed with the time. When we made this first change, pinstripes was what everybody was getting. And Mr. Matthews came in there and we was like, whoa, that's sweet. And yeah, we bought these pinstripes, and just check out the picture. Yeah, man. You see it. We were hope for times on that one. And like I said, in this one we got I've been calling Eric, and his name is Kevin. Kev on the front row. Quiet Storm joins the team. Morris Carson, and Morris, he becomes a major player for us getting our tri-state championship later on. Rogel Stovall, Tim Elliott, Terrell, Tim Hargrove, Tommy Casey's added on, him and Sam, Eric Nalden's added to the squad, and we become so tight to where I say I bind between Eric, myself, Tim Elliott, Piggy. It just becomes a tight niche. We spend the night at Mr. Matthews' house on a regular. It came to the point where we spent our summers. We was either at home for a day and then at Mr. Matthews' house for the rest of the week. But you got Manuel, Chris McGrew. I think Chris missed the last picture, but he was already on the team. So Chris McGrew is short. Piggy, Johnny Ross joins the squad. Myself and Stewart's back, and then Sam P, the catcher. Like I said, at this point in time, we making a move. I think on this picture we had to be 10. I think this is before I get to play football. Yeah, cause you look at the body, I'm still tall. Like I said, I was taller than them, but wasn't bigger than them, but I was taller than them. And yeah. All right, so this is phase 3. Like I said, the red uniforms had a bull sign. So yeah, you know, they knew we was coming. Now the other squad was the Steelers, and on that team they had a brother named Robert Reynolds. I called him Superman, cause Rob could do it all. Rob hit, Rob could pitch, Rob field, Rob threw. I mean, that was my dog. That was my cat. That was the one person on anybody's team that I was worried about or thought about was Rob Reynolds, because we could be winning and Rob come up bases loaded, he cleared the bases. He was just that kind of cat, and we couldn't figure that out for a minute. So the Steelers had our number for about 3 or 4 years, and then we got their number. And yeah, him, Allen, cause but Craig Butler, Kevin Butler, and Bill all left and went to play with the Steelers this year. You know, but again, that's what family it's baseball. People get traded all the time, and regardless, when the game came, yeah, we talk yada yada yada. The game over with, we are hanging out chilling. You know, but then there's phase 4. And in this phase here, and you see in this picture, the bodies are changing. We doing high school stuff now. I think we just started freshman year in this squad here. And you're looking at it real good. You see how we've changed over the years. This is after playing football. So now my body's in a whole different ball game. I'm still hitting it. And I think this is the year we did a tournament in we were in Illinois somewhere, played in this tournament, and we in the championship game, and I'm on second base. I think Floyd comes behind me and hits the double, and I come home. They throw the ball home. As I'm coming home, instead of sliding in the dirt, for some reason I just jumped in the air and I slid in, and my foot hit the catcher in the chest, and I stood on his chest and then hit home plate. Called me out, said unsportsmanlike conduct, and tossed me out the game for kicking a man in the chest. I can't help it. I could fly. I mean, I was rolling and I just jumped in there, and that's what happened. Mr. Matthew pulled me to the side. He said, "Now you know you can't do that. That was a karate kick you did on the board." I said, "But I tried to slide. I just stayed in the air." I said, "Boy, we ended up winning the game by 2 anyway." But it was just the fact that at that point in time, contact, football, the whole thing changed. I had one game where I went in head first and made the dude lose the ball because I came in with a forearm. Football, the game was changing in my head and my body was changing, as you can see here. But yeah, so on this squad here, we got Tim Elliott, Sterling, Rogel, Tommy Casey, Calvin Shelton is added to the squad, Floyd is added to the squad, Piggy, Manuel, Mike, me, Eric, and yeah, Coach Stovall is coaching now. Daryl and them went off to college and got serious into their studies. But yeah, this was the team here that was going to the next phase, and yeah, my cat Morris. But yeah, so we doing high school football and baseball now, and football's winning out. Seriously. Then to the championship season. Now we're going to our last 2 years together, and in these last 2 years, we end up winning. In '85, we beat the Steelers and won our division, and went on to win the Missouri Class A championship. In '86, we became the champions. I mean, all-out champions. We got right up in the paper and everything because we were the Tri-State International Champions of Missouri, Illinois, and Kentucky. Yes. Along that way, we lost a few players. We lost Stewart and Chris McGrew. But hey, we were started. Let me read something for you. That killed me. It was our last run, and it says the Bulls of the Matthew Dickey's Baseball League recently won the Tri-State Junior Division Class A championship by defeating the Tigers of Illinois 11-9 and by dominating the Sox of Kentucky 11-9 and 6-3. Calvin Wilderness pitched 5 no-hits innings in the championship game. Morris Carson Jr. led the team with a 4.41 batting average, while Hezzy Johnson batted a rousing 4.23. The team members are Antonio Brown, Morris Carson Jr., Gregory Clark, Scott Cosby, Tim Elliott, Ronald Harris, Ivan Hollis, Arthur Matthews II, Manuel Moore the third, Richard Moore III, Eric Nalden, Cecil Parker, Albert Thomas III, Willie Thomas, Terrence Vinson, and Calvin Wilderness. The team was coached by Arthur Matthews and Mr. Morris Carson Sr. Now, I read you that, and the shocking thing in that whole piece is that that's the last time Morris Carson Jr. plays baseball. He went to Rashine, and to my surprise, I didn't know, didn't play any sports. Now, this is my man, Silent Rage. This is my dog. Third base glove is on the point. Can hit, as you hear, led the team in hitting for the playoff series. And to find out, years, I didn't find out until, like I said, right before his passing. We lost Morris a couple of years ago. And when Morris passed, and when I'm reading the obituary and I'm talking to people, and I asked his wife, I said, so Morris played ball, right, at Vashon? She said, Cecil, until you said something about it, I really didn't know Morris played ball. Because he didn't play in high school. But it just goes to show, you know, you got talent. And Morris did what Morris did. Morris never bothered nobody, but was always there for you. Now, you have some food, Morris is going to eat his eat on. But that was my brother, Mo. Man, miss you, Mo. Glad I got a chance to say a little something to you before things went the way they went. But, no, Morris Carson will always be a bull in my heart. Like I said, in the end, only brothers that continued from the beginning of the Bulls to the end was myself, Arthur Matthews, and Manuel Moore. But to all the brothers that came and were part of that team, all the brothers that ever wore the B, the pinstripes, the striped pirate hat we had with the B on it, the black and gray, even down to these last little blues when we won it all. Thank you, man. Thank you for being a part of our team. Thank you for being my brother, regardless of where you at. And a good example of that is Terrell and Johnny Ross. They'll tell you in a heartbeat. We out in public, man. I see you. Brother, what's up, my brother? What's going on? And we go to smiling because you remember the good times. And we had great times, man. Great times. Yeah. Mr. Matthews, thank you again for taking time out of your life to give us the chance to play. Now, another thing we found out at the end of all this, we had our reunion. We had like a little mini reunion. We've been trying to get a big one for the longest. But at our little mini reunion, we got a chance to ask Mr. Matthews some key questions. I had to ask him, why it take you so long to put me in the outfield? He told me the reason why he never put me in the outfield was he didn't like the way I held my glove because I didn't hold it right and it scared him. But now we realize that, hey, that fear almost cost us winning championships and games. But then another thing that caught us off guard that we never knew and found out, Mr. Matthews played not one inkling of baseball as a kid on an organized squad. He got into this because he wanted something for his son to do. Mr. Matthews showed us and taught us how to play the game. He taught us how to pitch funny pitches and all that kind of stuff. And until we get to be grown men, we never knew that he never played. But again, that goes to show, and I'm going to end it on that. That goes to show that when it's from your heart, you can do whatever you want to do. And people will believe it because you believe it. He believed that he wanted to coach and could coach his son to play ball. That the boys he gathered together, he wanted them to learn the game of baseball because he loved it. And he ended up teaching us how to be winners on the field and off the field. How to be men on the field and off the field. He saved some brothers' lives on that baseball field and off that baseball field. Some of us went to jail, some of us got issues and stuff like that. But in the end, we all said the same thing. If it wasn't for him taking time out to be with us, to try to teach us, we could be a whole lot worse. I know I could have. But because of Mr. Arthur Matthews, I played baseball with the best of them, got championships to prove that. I learned to play football and love it, got a championship trophy to prove that. And I attended a high school where I learned to play all the games and have all the accolades, writing and in letters to prove that, and received not one but 2 degrees, my bachelor's and my master's. And it was all because the coach told me I could. When I wanted to play center field, he said to me one thing: you drop one and you come on back in. I stayed out there as long as I could, but all in all, I knew he trusted me, he believed in me, and that helped me to push. God bless you all. Mr. Matthews, you know I love you. Hey, I'm gonna show y'all this picture I had drawn at school by one of my frat brothers, Ken Sanford. He drew a picture of 4 pictures I gave him, and they are of me evolving from the Bulls in the beginning to the graduate of Central Missouri State. Yeah, check this picture out, and remember, love somebody, and always love the life you live and live a life you love. I don't know how long I went today, but you know, you gotta tell the stories. Till next time, peace. Oh yeah, we coming your way. Alan Shelton.